Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. So today we're going to be continuing our lesson on converting measurements. Remember, all convert means is to change. So I'm going to put this here. So what we're going to do is we're going to be changing one measurement in units to a different unit of measurement. So remember, we only have a couple steps that we have to do. First of all, we know that when we convert measurements, we either multiply or divide. If we're trying to go from small measurements to big, we've got to divide. And if we're trying to go from big units to small, we've got to multiply. Okay? And so we know that those are the only two choices we're going to have. Multiply or divide. And we know that our strategy is going to be to use a T-chart. Okay? So if you're getting confused, remember it's only those three things. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to work on a lot of different things today. Some will be units of length. Some will be units of capacity. We might even do some units of time. And so we're basically going to do several things today. Okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to put up just basically a problem. I'm going to put up 27 feet. Okay? So I have 27 feet. And I want to know how many yards that is. Okay? So I'm trying to change feet into yards. Okay? So then there's something else you need to know. You need to know which one, how they relate to each other. Okay? So I'm going to give you, and in all my assignments, I'm always going to give you, if you don't have a measurement chart, I'm always going to give you the conversion between them. Let me show you what I mean. Okay? So I'm not going to give you right now the whole reference chart, but I'm going to give you this much. Okay? I know that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So that's what the reference chart would tell me. 1 yard equals 3 feet. Now, I'm going to begin. First thing I'm going to do, remember we're going to take this step by step. Draw your T-chart. So I draw the T-chart. Okay? Now, I'm going to start, I'm always going to put on the first side whatever I know. Okay? So I know that I have 27 feet in my problem. Okay? Or so I'm going to put feet over here. And I'm going to change it to yards. So I know feet, so I put that first, and I want it to go to yards. Now, I'm going to put what I know. On my feet side, I know that if I have 3 feet, it's the same as 1 yard. Okay, so that's all I've done is I've taken what they told me about the conversion. Now, I know that in order to find this problem out, I'm either going to multiply or I'm going to divide. So I'm going to find out, well, what's the rule? How do I go from 3 to 1? And I know that, hey, when I try to go from left to right, my output yards was smaller. So I need to choose division. That's going to give me less pieces or less measurement. So now I've got to say, okay, how could I get from 3 to 1? 3 divided by what equals 1? Oh, okay, well, I know that 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So now I know that my rule or my pattern to change feet to yards is to divide by 3. Divide by 3. So now I'm going to go back to my original problem. I'm going to put 27 in. I'm going to read it straight across with my rule for converting feet to yards. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Oh, so in 27 feet, there are 9 yards. Let's try another one. Okay, so the next one I'm going to give you is I'm going to start with 6 cups. And I want to change that into pints. Okay, now, before I can begin, I have to know how cups and pints are related. How are they related? Now, remember, I told you that I'm going to give you that information because not everybody has a printer available. You can't always print out a reference chart. So I'm going to give you that, okay? Now, I know that 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. Okay, that's their relationship. 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. Now I'm ready to begin my strategy. First, I draw my T-chart. Okay, now you see how they gave me cups. I know how many cups I have, so I want to put that on the left side. Cups. On the other side, I want to put pints. Now, next step, put in what I know about the relationship. I'm going to put the cups under cups. So I know that 2 cups is the same as 1 pint. Now I've got to choose. Am I going to multiply to convert this, or am I going to divide? Look at what happened. I have 2 cups, and it ends up as 1 pint. This got smaller, okay? So when I start with a small measurement and I go to a big, I have to divide. So I'm going to put that in there. My rule is to divide. 2 divided by something equals 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So now I know my rule when converting cups to pints. I know the rule is to divide by 2. Go back to the problem. I have 6 cups. My rule says to convert them to pints is to divide by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 6 cups is equal to 3 pints. Okay? Now, this one, I want you to pause the video and I want you to make sure that you have either a calculator or a multiplication chart. I want you to get a pen and a paper because I'm going to slow it down and I want you to do it with me. Okay, so here's the next problem that we're going to do. Nothing changes, okay? This time I'm going to say that I have 56 weeks. And I want to know how many days that is. This is another converting problem. Now I want you to think to yourself before I go forward. What is my next step? What do I need to know? I need to know, well, how are weeks and days related? Now you guys know this already, but I'm still going to put this up here. I know that 1 week is equal to 7 days. Okay. I don't know why I drew a blank there. That was kind of silly. 1 week is equal to 7 days. Step 2, draw the T-chart. Okay. Now, remember, we've got to set our T-chart up just right. I go back to my problem. What do I know? Did they give me the weeks or did they give me the days? They gave me weeks. Put that on the left side of your T-chart, weeks. What am I trying to turn the weeks into? Days. Okay. Now, let's look at how they convert. It tells me that if I have 1 week, okay, so I put that on the week side. It's 7 days, so I put that on the day side. I've got to decide, do I multiply or do I divide? So let's look at what we have. we see that from 1, our input, we end up with an output of 7. That means it got greater. Okay, so I know, oh, the only one that causes my output to be greater is to multiply. Okay, so I'm going to put my multiply there. 1 times something equals 7. Super easy. So I'll put a 7. So now I know that in order to convert weeks into days, I'm going to times them by 7 because there are 7 days in every week. So I'm going to go back to my problem. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to go 56. What's my rule to convert weeks to days? Times 7 will tell me the number of days in 56 weeks. Now, I don't know this in my head, but you guys can figure it out. Sorry, guys, my monitor went to sleep. Okay, so if you've already figured it out, you're going to know that 56 times 7 is 392 days. Now, it doesn't matter whether you have metric or whether you have customary. The same strategy applies. Okay, so I want you guys to try this out on your own. If you get stuck, remember that we will have conferences available. Come on and we'll do them together. Okay, bye. Have a good day.